First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Washington Commanders and the Detroit Lions. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Here's Love looking to pass on the first play. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Well, this defense for the Commanders is terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. The Lions at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Love. Throwing the out route and complete. That's right. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Complete to right. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Jordan Love ready on first down here. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to the running game with Swift. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Brock Wright, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at their own 25-yard line. And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Allen, the man in motion left. Off play action. It's Howell. He finds his target, Allen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago, Antonio Gibson with it. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 45 on 2nd down, Howell. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it, and the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go play action. Howell. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
In motion right comes Allen. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Slings this deep from McLaurin. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Love now to pass on 1st down. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Throwing. Love. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Love looking to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Down inside the 40.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
From the 39, Powell. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages. You know, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing. Change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have moved out in front. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Throwing again on second down. Love. Wright's got it. And he's got some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, first and goal. They'll run with Swift. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift punching it in from a yard away. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. this one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Straight ahead, Gibson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. From the 30 on 2nd down. Howell looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. One last shot before the break. Howell looking for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love this.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second? Here's a diving catch right side. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. Looking to throw again on second down. Love. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 72 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 2nd and 7, Howell. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Here's Love. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it, and the Commanders will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows a defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Throwing here, Howell. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that...
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. 1st down, Howell to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Jeff Okudah. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game. And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Following the interception, Love. He's airing it out for Williams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it. And the Commanders are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the 3rd. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. On 2nd and a couple. Love. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down. Now Love. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Now a give right side Swift. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 39, Love escaping the... Oh, no, he lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Open man right side is St. Brown. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 30. Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Love now. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are right back in this football game. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is...
And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. Now throwing on 1st down here. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 44 yards.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability, and that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. To throw again on 2nd down. Powell. Thomas has got it. Complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. And once more, Howell back to the air. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Will Harris. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Brock Wright with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Lions are on their way to a 2-0 start. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants him to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2. They're going to try and run here. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Powell to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Powell's throw complete there to Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Howell. Wisely will throw that one away.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
That's Samuel, caught left side. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Commanders get a bit closer. They do tack on the extra point as well, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
They'll run right here with Swift. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Here's Love. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
On third down, here comes Swift. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Love looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. On second down, Swift. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 71 yards on the ground here for Swift, and he's got a first down as well. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. And they will take a knee here. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Love. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down. Now Love. Rolling, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Detroit, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.